Good morning, everyone. Today we will start our next topic of our chapter, that is K nearest neighbor. So this is our next topic. Basically, KNN, that is K nearest neighbor, is a machine learning algorithm that is a supervised, in which labels are mentioned. So it is used for both tasks, that is classification as well as regression. So here instance-based learning occurs. So instance-based learning means that our algorithm makes prediction using the stored data points. So our algorithm make predictions on the basis of by using the stored data points instead of building a general model. So here in training is just the data points are going to store. So basically that's why there is no building of a general model, only data points are storing in the training phase. So instant is each data point, patient, sample, algorithm remembers all the training instances, that all the training data points. Prediction is made by comparing the new data with stored instances. So basically, when the new observation will come, so it is comparing with the instances that are already stored. So KNN is a lazy learning. Why it is called lazy learning? Because in training there is only storing of instances of the data points, just storing of a data points, and it does not learn a model during the training and postpone all computation until a new point needs a prediction. So until we have a new point, it do nothing. So it is just storing the data points basically. After that, why KNN in healthcare? Because it mimics the clinical decision making. Similar patients have similar outcomes, easy to explain to doctor, work well with small data sets. Now, how KNN work? First of all, we choose the value of a K. What does the K means? That how many nearest neighbor you want. So K is the nearest neighbors that you want from your observed data point. So calculate the distance, find the nearest neighbor, and after that we are doing majority of voting and average. So distance matrices that we are using, Euclidean is very common, while there are all the other, but mostly we use that one, that is Euclidean. Distance, Manhattan, and all others are also present, but commonly Euclidean distance is used. So the steps includes that choose of value of a k, calculate the distance by using the formula, find the nearest neighbors, and at the end we just see about the majority. In healthcare we have different scenarios. Let's suppose we want to target whether the person is diagnosed with disease or not. So features are age, blood group, glucose level, and target is yes and no. So importance of feature scaling, that medical features have different units, so we have to scale it first of all. So first of all, it is necessary to make your data set scaled, because in order to make everything in one plane. So here in KNN, the scaling is very important. Standard scalar, min max scalar, the technique to do scaling. So it is very important for KNN that first of all, before going to the other calculations, you have to scale your model. Now, on the basis of what we have to choose the k, as I have told you, the k means the nearest neighbors to my observed data point. So, small k is making more noise, the noise sensitive. Why it is a noise sensitive? Because it is causing overfitting. So, if we have a small value of a k, it causes overfitting. Let's suppose k is 1, so it means you just have one nearest neighbor of your observed data. Large K cause underfitting. So we have a rule where we will see there cross validation uses the cross validation in which we apply the accuracy score and then we evaluate the performance. So use cross validation is a technique to choose the K. So increasing K in KNN reduces the effort of noises data points by averaging over more neighbor points, making prediction more stable. So basically we have a balanced value to make the stability. Then how to choose the K. So choice of a K affect how sensitive the algorithm is to noise and how well it captures the pattern in the data. So rule of a thumb, we will use that K is equal to the square root of n, that is my sample. For example, there are 100 patients, so we just square root of 100. So this is approximately K, that I choose that value in most cases. So meaning is that use about the nearest about the 10 neighbors there to predict the new patient. There is a new patient is arriving now on the basis of 10 nearest neighbor, that one new patient and around it the 10 nearest neighbors. On the basis of that we do prediction. Ensures that enough neighbors to reduce the noise influence but not too many but not too many to lose detail. So cross validation, as I have told you, instead of a guessing k, what we have to do, we can test manipulate the k values. Split the training data, the training and validation set. Try different k values. Let's suppose first of all it is k1, then 2, then 3, and so on. Measure the accuracy on the validation set. Pick the k with the highest validation accuracy. So here what we are doing, after choosing the k, we will see the accuracy of our model. If our accuracy is fine, let's suppose 90%, just like that, so we will just select that k. But if our accuracy is low, so we have to change our k value. So through evaluation matrix we are showing that thing. So small k means too sensitive, too noise, many overfit. Large k means too smooth and very underfit. So cross validation finds the best balance. Intuition in healthcare. So new patients, for example, the new patient arrives. Small k, one misrecord patient may wrongly influence the decision. That small k means, for example, k is 1. So on the basis of just one patient, I can predict the new patient disease. So that's not fine. Large k, that many patients are there, so noise effect reduced. But if there are large, too much large values, so it can cause overfit. So we have to, sorry, underfit when we have very large k. So best is that k must be balanced in order to balance the noise and avoid the other things. So these are the just methods to choose the k. Now application in healthcare, that is disease diagnosis, medical image analysis, patient risk prediction, and personalized medicine. So what are advantages of a KNN? That's simple and initiative, no training cost, because as I have told you in training, we have just stored data until the new patient is coming, and when the new data point observed values come in action, then we can do the prediction. So that's why it is called the lazy learning. High interpretability, good for small dataset. Limitation of KNNs, low for large datasets. High memory usage, sensitive to noise, poor in high performance dimension. So you will see KNN as well as other algorithm. In logistic regression, it is fast but interpretable. SVM is high accuracy, random forest is robust, but KNN is clinical initiative. Conclusion, KNN is patient similarity based, easy to implement, suitable for healthcare problems, and require the careful scaling. So in KNN, the more important thing is that we have to do scaling of our data, and after that we apply the k value. And through these methods that I have told you, cross validation and other things, so we can choose the k, and we can see that not too much k, not too high k, it must be balanced. So this is all about the k nearest neighbor, and we conclude with example. For example, we have a new patient. So on the basis of its nearest neighbor, that old patients that data we have stored in training, so we predict the disease of that new patient according to the nearest neighbor, means that nearest patients basically diseases. So just like that, we have also here example of it, the practically, that we will see in the next session. So I hope it will be clear. Thank you.